So one of the things that I also believe is that I do not like people taking advantage of the poor. And I don't like the poor feeling that they have to be grateful. It's the role of government to support the poor. So they don't owe you any thanks for what you do. It's your duty to do that.
Akinwumi Adesina, a trailblazer or what? His passion to feed Africa earned him the World Food Prize in 2017, an award he donated to start grants for young and upcoming farmers. He is the African of the Year 2019, and as president of the African Development Bank, the bank has enjoyed AAA Fitch ratings for 5 straight years.
We must take agriculture as a business that can create wealth and revive our rural communities. The second thing that has to change is that for all the things that Africa produces, I see Sir Jeff over there producing maize, but also whether it is rice, whether it's cassava, whether it's coffee, whether it's cocoa, whether it's tea, whatever it is, or cotton, Africa has to absolutely add value to everything. It makes no sense today that Africa accounts for 75% of the global production of cocoa, but Africa gets only 2%. 2% of a $100 billion market for chocolates.
So it came as a surprise when America slammed 16 charges against him. But to understand why the United States wanted to take down such a great man, we must go back to the theory of the African curse. It proposes we are cursed with bad leaders and senseless tribal conflicts. And yes, it's true. But what's even worse is that good leaders never stand a chance. Betrayed by their own people for greed and power, they are almost always eliminated, killed, and displaced. And one more thing. Displacement of good African leaders are always done with the blessings of the West, and the world powers also throw in military and intelligence support. Pan-Africanist Patrice Lumumba dared to dream of complete freedom in Africa's richest country filled with all the minerals the world needs. He dared to dream of a new Congolese history that will be glorious. He met a deadly end. Belgium and CIA agents are alleged to have played a part. Nkrumah, who made Ghana the very first country in Africa to gain independence, played a huge role in the creation of the African Union and attempted to industrialize Ghana. His effort was met with several assassination attempts until he was overthrown in a coup. Sylvanus Olympio, the first president of Togo who tried to build his country without foreign aid, became the first post-independence African leader to be killed. His body was found 3 feet to the American embassy. Thomas Sankara of Burkina Faso owned 1 car, 4 bicycles, 3 guitars, but he kept his people happy and developed his country. He was shot at point-blank range in a coup allegedly backed by France. It will seem that Africa never recovered from the deaths of these great leaders, as one puppet leader after another emerged and took power. Puppets that allowed oil theft to thrive, gold mining to be overrun by rebels, and the world's most valuable resources exchanged for bribes and foreign aid. Occasionally, light comes into the darkness and brings hope. Akinwumi Adesina was appointed president of the African Development Bank in 2015, and boy, he made giant strides.
We want investors to land in Africa like a plane that is landing on a well-organized runway. We are embarking on a very bold effort to light up and power Africa within 10 years.
But he did not just dish out loans. He made money for Africa. He raised the bank's capital from 93 billion to 208 billion, the highest recorded growth since the bank's inception in 1964. He created the very first African Development Forum and raised over 70 million in direct investment in 2 years. In a completely genius move, he listed about 3 billion raised for treatment of COVID-19 in Africa. He listed that money on London Stock Exchange, and it oversubscribed. But America is not clapping with us. America is not cheering all the good work he's done. Rather, they want to take him down. And their plot has failed, not just one, but twice. Africa won. Adesina won. And we won because we did things differently. We broke the African curse. All non-African countries with 40% shares backed America to remove Adesina, and this includes the UK and France. In a carefully worded 16-count charge, they believed at least one allegation will stick. Just one. But guess what? Nothing did. Even after 2 separate investigations, I would dare say Akinwumi Adesina broke the rampant corruption curse. Probably they had hoped the investigation will stir up tribal sentiments. They accused him of repeatedly favoring and employing Nigerians. Maybe they were hoping, in typical African fashion, some other tribe and region will go for the top job. But that did not happen. From the Swahili-speaking Africans to the Arabs and the Hausas, everybody supported Akinwumi Adesina. In fact, Hands Off Adesina was a campaign started in Ghana by Asay radio station. Probably they hoped that the probe will taint his image and inspire an internal leadership tussle, very common in Africa. That some ambitious leader will rise to nominate himself as challenger to Akinwumi in the upcoming elections. A challenger that will probably get their support, with some terms and conditions, of course. That did not happen either. He remained unopposed and the only candidate as he seeks a second term in office. In fact, the African Union wrote an open letter of endorsement, and 12 past African leaders, including Ethiopia, Tanzania, and South Africa, also signed letters of endorsement. We won because Akinwumi Adesina is corrupt-free. We won because there was no backstabbing and internal leadership tussle on the African side. We won because we stood together without tribal sentiments. America has lost this battle. But if history is a place to learn from, they may not give up the fight. At least not yet. So we must celebrate his exoneration and our win with cautious optimism.